Hello, and welcome back to a political episode of the Bruin Buzz. I'm Katelyn Heyl.
And I'm Dixon. Today we're talking about how American politics affect people and relationships. So politics.
I think people care too much. I understand having certain beliefs and believing that this should happen for society, but literally the measures that some people go to have their opinion be valued over someone else's is
insane. It's like people treat politicians like celebrities. They hold them to this high standard, like they can do nothing wrong. But they're not here to, entertain us. They're here to work for us. They're here to represent the people, and if they do something wrong, they should be held accountable for that. People support people based on what party they're in. They should support people based on their beliefs.
If you're supporting someone from your party and they do something completely wrong, you're going to brush it off. But if someone from the opposite party does something wrong, you're going to focus on that and you're going to give that all your attention and try to convince people why that person is bad. And that's why I think politics is it's obviously biased, but it's so biased to the point where it's just disgusting.
It is so disgusting. That is a great word.
It's not civil at all. Government is something, it's just the will of two parties that clash and do everything they can to bring the other one down.
I think people forget that we're all one country, We're all, living here together. Parties, it's so dividing. People are like, oh my god, you're a Republican? That is so disgusting. It divides people.
Politics, it splits up friendships. You can get along with someone, but then you guys can be so divided on politics that it's impossible for them to be friends. Why are you basing a person based on their political party? I mean, it's kind of stereotyping in a way too. In a weird way, it's almost stereotyping. I guess.
Everybody in that party is this certain way. And I mean, there are extremes in both parties, but we judge the party based on the extremists. Because in the past, it was more like, this party supports more of what I believe in, so I go with them more often, but if for some reason I don't like the main person, I'm going to go with the other party. Now it's just no. My political party is always right. They can do no wrong. They have literally murdered people, but you know what? It's fine. We're just going to brush over that.
How politics is. It's what it's become. And instead of being a healthy debate and just healthy two sides to come to kind of a compromise kind of thing, it's kind of a civil war just between U.S. citizens. Just
it is.
Because of what they believe in.
There's protests. And there's, actual violence. And then in these debates, you see the political people, actually, taking shots at each other.
Another thing about the people in high government positions, when they're advocating for themselves, it's so easy for them to lie to get their party on their side. Some of them maybe really do want these things for the people, but then they will elaborate on it or they'll add extra just to make the people think, oh, this is good, I do want that. And then when they get into office, doesn't really happen. There's so much lying in politics instead of just truthfully what you want for the people.
And adding on to that in a completely different way, politicians are all rich. You shouldn't have to be rich to become a president or a senator or something, You should be able to be an average middle-class working person and still have the opportunity of becoming a president if you want to run.
I'm not saying that political parties are bad. I think it's good to have different groups with different views, but I think it's just gotten out of hand and just everyone is attacking each other, and I don't think that's what it was meant to be when it started. Just people with differing views gathering together, having healthy debates, and I know that still happens. I'm not saying it isn't happening, but it's just everyone's out for each other's blood. People overvalue their own opinion, and I think that's why it's so corrupt.
In conclusion, we think that politics are treated differently than they were originally meant to, and there needs to be a change.
Thank you for listening, and we hope your day is buzzing with acceptance. I think politics are very crucial to our society.
Get the out! What are you doing?
Okay.
There's the door. If you can't hang, there's the door. You're leaving that in.